Disclaimer before I get into the video, y'all know I'm farsighted or like I don't know, like nearsighted or whatever. So like this whole video, I thought I was looking at the little dot on my phone that's recording me, but I can't see without my glasses. So like I kind of lost focus and like I was not looking directly in the camera's view, so like sheesh, like that's like literally how it is right now. So that's me in this video, and I just want to put that like little disclaimer because like y'all already know I'm farsighted. Dang.
Let's talk about emotional regulation, aka when you actually sent that paragraph text to your toxic ex and then 5 minutes later you regret being born. In today's video, we're going to be talking about emotional regulation 101 for hot girls on their hot SHYT, because that's how y'all are spelling SHIT these days. And basically, this video are for girls and young women, and any woman that have gone through it, and you have dated people, and the energy was not reciprocated, and you feel left out, you feel angry, and then all of a sudden, these emotions, after restraining yourself so well to not text that person or call them back, you press speed dial so you can pour your whole heart out to him because you want your message to come across this man. Like, you want whoever that you're talking to, it can even be a friend. Like, I'm talking about like exes and guys that you had like unrequited love for, or maybe like a crush or someone that you've been dating that didn't truly reciprocate the same energy, and you still feel like a certain way about it. Or it could be with a friend type of relationship. Excuse me. Let me kind of like fix this camera a little bit. Okay. I think it's not crooked anymore. Okay, but this video's for you. And the same pain, like I felt this type of pain like for friends too, like when I want to say something and I want to pour my heart and try to fight for it. But on this channel, for all the soft girls who are still becoming, which that's my tagline on my website as well, Google site, so y'all check it out. We are learning to regulate our emotions. We are no longer going to start texting long paragraph text to people, because that is little girl, young naive girl behavior. We are grown women now. And in this video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about my personal stories, and I'm going to be talking about the reasons why you should put your big girl panties on and try to take emotional responsibility over yourself before you start inviting people into your lives or re-inviting friends in your life that made you lose yourself and crash out. And I'm going to be talking about what you should do and what you should not do so that you keep your cool and you redirect all of that negative cat scratch energy where you want to just take some guy like, I can't believe you did this to me, I want you to notice me. We're going to teach you, well, I'm going to teach you how to actually. Okay, so I have to really fix my camera because I feel like it was getting lower and lower. But anyways, what I was trying to say in this video is that I'm going to be teaching you the do's and don'ts when it comes to taking care of your emotional self and your mental health while putting yourself out there in the dating world and talking to people, because energy will not always be reciprocated, but you will always have yourself. And if you truly master being your own best friend and take pride in it and not cry about it, and truly live that life for real, then you're gonna be, a hot girl that's centered in self-love. And that's on period. So yeah, and without further ado, let's get into this YouTube video. But before I get started, let me introduce you to my co-host, Ringo Starr. I told him this is a bit of a casual video, but professional enough. And he has his bonnet on, and that is my DIY yellow Willakuma teddy bear pillow that I made when I was like 14 or something like that. But anywho, let's get into this. So you're 23 and your situationship is leaving you on red and you're emotional. You're wanting to freaking punch him in the throat and you can't because you're a lady. So late at night, you're texting him like crazy, even though you said that you wouldn't because girls don't chase. And that's what most people teach women, at least the basics, and at least on TikTok. But you found yourself guilty of doing it anyway. And, have I been in a situationship before? No, not quite. Not really. No. But, okay, maybe I have. But that was when I was a teenager, because now I'm 23 and I'm never going to ever allow myself to do something like that again. But, I mean, like, not a situationship, but it was like, crush thing, whatever. But, in my adult life, perhaps. And, after doing a lot of reflection of myself and like who I am as a person, I realized that like you should never let somebody shake you and throw you off your throne, throw you off the pedestal that you created for yourself, whether that's people or your boyfriend, lover, significant other that you're having a lot of problems with. And when it comes to your energy, when it comes to your reactions, it should be exclusive. It should be powerful. Not powerful, but like it should be something that you don't give access to too many people. And I don't want to make it sound like robotic because I know some people say the same thing too. But as a person that's been using that type of information and then actually bettering my life and then like tweaking things, it's not about being selfish and self-centered, but it's about saying enough is enough and learning to take accountability of your emotions or take responsibility of your emotions or just be more aware. Really, that's what I'm really trying to say is like being aware. And, there was a time where, my crash outs was level 5,000. I for real, it was level 5,000. But I have gotten so much better ever since I got my pink diary and my stamps that I got from AliExpress. Your girl be journaling digitally and physically too. And there was a time where the group chat have seen some things and heard some things, but no longer am I her. I'm a different person now. Like the growth and the change is seriously crazy. And basically in this video, I just want to talk about why it's important. Like, I want to stop you before you double text that man. One text is enough. Don't double text. Don't do that because you look desperate. And I know all of the fluffy emotional feelings that you feel. Maybe you gave your body to that man and he's not actually reciprocating the same type of energy. Maybe he used to spoil you and now he's not after you were drunk in love or something like that. Or maybe you're dealing with that friend or, long-time coworker or whatever that you were friends with, and now it's like you always was in chaser mode, always having to apologize, but then the energy is not being reciprocated no more. And you want to send that paragraph text. I'm here to tell you to stop. Because it's good to focus on yourself and control your emotions to some degree. But when it comes to dating, it can definitely be hard. But I've gotten to the point personally that I know that like if I gotta double text somebody, if I feel confused, then I already know I skipped some steps and I did something wrong. Because like when you're in the beginning stages of dating, you shouldn't allow yourself to fantasize over wedding bells and wedding dresses or even commitment right away. You should let that man prove it, and you should be dating more than one and roster dating. Hello. And regulating my emotions have been really powerful, and I have developed a technique that I use when I am feeling like basically the equivalent of a teapot about to boil over, like with emotion to someone. It can be to a family member, it can be to a friend, it can be to a man or whatever. And I developed a routine, like a coping technique to actually help me overcome that. And I really want to teach it to you. So, my good sis that's watching me right now on the screen, you're not caught up late at night double texting or calling somebody's phone or blowing them up. Because on this channel, I'm trying to teach Disney princess energy. Like, queens, yeah, but a Disney princess energy, for real. And, you know, high value girls, we don't be chasing like that. Like, I'm not about to catch you doing that. So let's get in what you should not do right away. Do not treat your phone like it's a therapist. Do not text that man late at night that can't even spell your and their and them correct. Okay? We're not going to do that. Never send a paragraph text in the moment, no matter how emotional and full of butterflies, good or bad, that you feel in your stomach, because butterflies is not always a good thing. Because, like, in so many movies and magazines, we think that butterflies and goosebumps mean like a good sign, but sometimes it means that, like, sometimes your body is saying you're in danger. And like, TikTok has like put me on. Wait, I said TikTok, but TikTok has like taught me about that in a lot of ways. Like, and like, I actually have experienced that in my life before, like when you're talking to somebody but then you're not sure if you're nervous, like if it's a good butterflies, or you're nervous and you're just not really unsure because things are going a little too fast. And yeah, but when you are in the heat of the moment, when you're emotional, when you feel heartbroken or love is unrequited, well, unrequited love. Wait, if the love is not being reciprocated, don't get off your throne by impulsively texting that man that has bad grammar, that can't even text himself. Don't do that. Also, the next amazing tip that I want to give to y'all is to not stalk his social medias like you're the FBI. Now, I know a lot of people are guilty of this. Young women, older women, and girls. But truly, if you truly are determined to have your own life, like I know a lot of girls, like, we fake like we're having our own life. Like, oh yeah, I'm at the casino, girl. Like, well, not girl, but like if you're on the phone with him, like, oh, I'm out with my girlfriends, I'm at the casino, but you're really at home. But like, try to actually develop some hobbies, reading, writing, journaling, calligraphy. I used to be into calligraphy a long time ago, but I stopped, but I should get back into it. And I know you're heartbroken, and I know you're bored, because we do those things when we're heartbroken and bored. But when you do that, you have to catch yourself, because like, when you do stalk him, do you start feeling anxious? Do you start comparing yourself to other people? Do you start looking at his followers on his Instagram account? Do you start losing your mind and start comparing yourself to other women, and reliving the trauma all over again? And have he traumatize you, but you have limerence, which is like you're stuck in your fantasy of what it actually was, and you forget about what actually happened, and you're looking on this page because you want to re-traumatize yourself. Okay, so let's just pause for the cause a little bit, because like, let's not re-traumatize ourselves, sis. Also, be careful with trauma dumping your feelings about, it can be a friend or somebody that you used to talk to, or it can be about an ex or a situationship that you were once in, to family and friends or anybody around you that you like, even an acquaintance. Now, it's not about holding all your feelings in just to be like a queen, like just to be like high value or whatever people call it these days. But what I've learned so much to have helped me with my mental health, that even if you are emotional, upset, angry, crying, sleepless nights over a man or anything like that, or a friend or whoever, it is so good. It is a self love thing to do, to grab your pink diary with your fuzzy pen and your stickers and blast Avril Lavigne or Billie Eilish or some old school jams from the 90s or early 2000s or Bratz Girl, Rock Angels, you know, playlists from long time ago, because that's more me. Because like first of all, I am Gen Z, but like I'm a millennial though. But anyway, I don't actually know the terms that well, but it's really good to regulate your emotions. Like learn to not just get yourself together, pick yourself up by your own bootstraps, but to take a moment to breathe for a second, and not having your phone nearby you, not being quick to scroll on social media. Because if you're just coming out of a situationship, or like, well, you're realizing it and now you're like not putting yourself in that situation no more, or you're just coming out of a relationship, you're heartbroken, unrequited love, or something like that, or you were in an actual labeled relationship and it just didn't work out. um it's really really in your best interest to kind of like stay off social media. I feel like if I was going through a breakup or something like that, I would go out into nature. I would go out on a picnic, not to the bar, but just like go volunteer, go help people, go help the homeless, go help the needy, go to a charity function, do something to help people, because that is the greatest way to do something productive and not think about yourself. And you can focus on self-love and still give at the same time, because like this is a self-love type of video. Like most of my videos are centered around this, but like I don't like how a lot of people online, they kind of spin it in a very narcissistic way. But it's more about like learning to become your own best friend and just become your own in general. And like if you're going through a relationship breakup, and you're going through the motions, even if you're just like going through like life things, whatever it may be, and you're feeling angry, upset, anxious, and heartbroken in some type of way, or just like about to crash out, whatever that may be, very ambiguous, right? But you should not scroll on social media. Don't scroll on TikTok, because it's like you're going to see something really bad, and then you're going to see somebody living the exact life that you thought that you were going to get, and then you see somebody in the same boat as you. But it's like when you see people that's living the life that you're living, well, when you see people that's living the life that you wish you lived, that you thought you almost got, but things didn't work out that great, it's like adding salt to a burn. It's like adding salt to a cut. So don't do that. And take a moment to pick up your diary, your journal. Also, I have notebooks, my Tannis Charm merch book. Wait. Okay. Should I even cut that out or not? But what I was trying to say is that I have a notebook and I have merch, so you can use that as a diary if you want to, or buy yourself a pink journal from Amazon. I love them so much. And take time to listen to your favorite songs, emotional or whatever, and just cry it out. Cry it out, girl. And breathe through it and journal. Get your stickers. Watch Lizzie McGuire. Get your weighted blanket and your fuzzy teddy bear, and just really let your emotions out. And it's not about knowing all the answers. It's just about allowing yourself to dump out all of those nasty feelings and becoming closure over time through awareness, than being emotionally all over the place. And it's not going to fix you. Journaling and doing all of this will not fix you immediately, but it helps, because a lot of people treat their social media as like a diary, and I kind of used to treat my social media like a diary, but I was never able to truly treat my social media like a diary like I wanted to, because it was a lot going on, a lot of stuff. And my social media is something for me and something that's like my safe space, I guess you can say. So yeah, that's kind of like random, right? But yeah, definitely go into the silence, bring your diary and your fuzzy pen and your favorite playlist on Spotify, and just let it out. Even if you don't know all the answers, let it out. Now that I let you in on some tips and I talked about the things that you should not do when your emotions are boiling over and you're about to crash the freak out, now we're going to talk about some things that you should do when you're in the heat of the moment. Now we're going to talk about some things that you should do when we're in the heat of the moment and you're feeling frustrated and, just generally negative emotions to the point where you're about to send a paragraph text to your situationship or to somebody else or whatever it could be. Now, one thing that I have talked about in this video, and I have already said it before, but when you need to let out your emotions, this is not a Bible, this is a diary. Let out all your unfiltered emotions in this thing and label your emotions. Like, do you feel sad? Do you feel depressed? Do you feel angry? Because labeling your emotions really do help you overcome them and really just become like resilient over time. And it's not a quick fix, but it helps so much. And then also another thing to do, when you're on the brink of wanting to send another text message, or you're beating yourself down because you DM somebody and they didn't reply, or like, you're thinking, maybe should I double text? Should I do this? Should I do that? No. What you should do is you should have like an online diary on your phone. Yeah, like if you're not like a physical diary writer type of person, you should have an online diary on your phone. And instead of like, sending a text message that's nasty or shady or whatever, you should write down exactly what you want to say. I mean, everything that you want to say in your online diary, and then sit with it. Sit with it for an hour. Or sleep on it. Don't send it right away, because everybody can get a text message. Just write it down in your diary and sit with your emotions for the moment, for at least an hour. Take a walk for a minute. Clear your head, okay? And or sleep on it, and go to sleep. And then after the next day, or after like an hour or so, then revisit your paragraph text that you want to send that's in your online digital diary, and like read it, but like just read it from like, yeah, you like your point of view or whatever, and think like, do I really want to send this to this person? 9 times out of 10, oh my God, you be so happy that you never sent it to nobody. Oh my God, like I be happy. And it's better to do this than to chase or to get out of your feminine, happy, blissful energy, because you need to, be in control of your emotions. Don't let anybody get you out of your element. You know what I mean? And if you have to chase for anybody, anyone, any man, anything, or any whatever, then that is a problem. And double texting is a no-no. But even if you feel like I should double text and I want to, you should write it down in your digital diary, and you should revisit later to see, do I actually want to send this? And like I said a few seconds ago, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be so happy that you slept on it, girl. You're going to be so happy that you slept up on it. And then when you're actually like revisiting like your paragraph text that you were about to send, but you didn't, that you kept in your digital diary, you can like look back at it and try to like look at yourself from a very loving, compassionate lens and think, what do I really need right now? Do I need a nap? Do I need to get something to eat? Do I need to go out and get something to eat? If it's any one of those things, then like tend to your emotions the way that you should, because only you know how to, please yourself and make yourself feel, better about it. Or maybe you need some TLC, you need to like watch some old cartoons and just relax. That's like my formula of how I like to heal and just like be in my blissful tendency energy, you know what I mean? And you should do the same thing too. Let's not chase, let's be in our energy. And like, I don't want to seem like I'm so perfect in this video. Like, even though I am the type to preach and actually take my own advice, but it's like life is a practice, life is an up and down thing. It's a practice. But have I sent a paragraph text to anybody recently? Nope. And I have done so much better with my mental health, but it still is an ongoing thing. But if you want to improve yourself and you want to have some real tips that would help you in the thick of the moment, like in the heat of the moment, then follow my advice. And then tell me in the comment section below, how do you feel about it? And have you ever been in a moment where you want to send a paragraph text? I know I have been. And, tell me like if these like tools, these like mental health, self-love tools actually help you. I would love to know. And yeah, I would love to know, girl. So in short, when it comes to a soft girl who is still becoming, you're still making mistakes, little here and there's every now and again when it comes to men, people, places, things. It does not mean that you don't feel things. It just means that you're going to take more responsibility of your emotions and learn yourself more through the power of digital and online journaling, so that you can show up in the world as your healed self as normally and naturally as you can, while also while also factoring in that you're also an imperfect human being too. Because that's life. That's the way we're made. We're not all perfect. We're not. And yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. I think I already said this before. I be doing this all the time. Every time I'm on the phone with somebody, I say like goodbye twice. Like I don't know why. Is it dyslexia? I don't know. But I hope you enjoyed this video. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Also, I hope you loved my cover recently. I don't know which one I'm going to post, but I have been mastering a lot of French songs, and I told y'all I'm into the leader song Fini les comédies, and the other one that goes Il venait d'avoir 18 ans, which is about an older woman falling in love with a younger man. But it's a beautiful Disney-like song, and I'm trying to tap into my potential these days. So anyways, I hope you enjoy it and check out my cover songs. Sign up to my newsletter for amazing content like this that's exclusive, that's only on my newsletter. So yeah. Bye!